Yo guys, what is up? Welcome back to some more Zero. Welcome back to the $1,000 Grandmasters 2025 tournament. We are down to about 25 or 24 players now. We are winging it, speeding through this tournament. We've got another round one here for you today. I'm hoping SiZe is on time. He's currently 2 minutes late. He's promised me he is en route, so watch this space. We're going to use this time, though, to just quickly glance over the tournament, recap where we are, and yeah, check out what other matches are scheduled and check out the brackets. So if you don't want to see any spoilers, probably the time is to look away now. So just in terms of like what other matches are scheduled, we've got one other match actually set for today, 2030 GMT. Today we're supposed to have a lift truck against the SR Mad. We need to do a lag test and work out if those games are actually going to work speedily, but yeah, those games are set for 2030, so actually in 2 hours, so we need to get through this set ASAP. Then tomorrow we have Almood against Tumstep. Now there's a chance that I might not be streaming that one. Tumstep might do a live stream from his channel. He might post his point of view, because I might be out tomorrow night and not able to cover that. But I will definitely be back in time for Saturday when we have Hummy and Revenger going at it at 3 p.m. GMT. And then we have 21 GMT Logica against Kiltol. Now, whoever goes through there, Logica or Kiltol, then the winner of that will go on to play Fargo. And Fargo is available on Sunday, so that round 2 might happen as soon as Sunday. Speaking of Sunday, 3 p.m. GMT, you've got Excal against Wild. Monday, you've got Drunkle against Apex in the evening, 18 GMT. Then a little bit later on, if you're thinking very far into the future, if you plan very far in the future, you have Memphis and Nur. Okay, SiZe is apparently here. Yeah, reminder, this is a $1,000 tournament sponsored by Oxygen. The prizes are on your screen right now. So you got 550, 240, 140, and 70, depending on what place you come. And yeah, Oxygen is responsible for all of this. So just a reminder, you've got different maps available in this tournament, quite a lot of maps. And then you've got matchups to choose from as well in this tournament. You've got China mirrors, you've got USA mirrors, GLA mirrors, or you can pick any of these quite balanced matchups. Stealthy tank, China v super weapon, etc. Yeah, 32 players started it. I think we're down to 24 or 25. We'll have a look now on the bracket. So if you don't want to see any spoilers, probably look away now. The $1,000 Grandmasters 2025. We'll scroll down and have a look at the bracket. So you've got Ninja and Mojo ready to take part in round number 2. You've got Fargo has also progressed. As I said before, he'll face either Logica or Kiltol, probably on Sunday. You've got Ganja progressed. You've got Killer and Staz waiting to play, Boyka and Marikov. We're trying to get most of round 1 done before round 2 starts. Ideally all of it, but Fargo seems to only be available on Sunday to do round 2, so that one might happen a little bit ahead of time. So yeah, this is basically to fill in this spot here. So the winner of this will go to play Ganja, Big SiZe, or RaDaR. Yeah, I think SiZe is the favorite here. SiZe is a big beast, well known. But RaDaR is very good as well, so I'm hoping for an epic performance from RaDaR. I'm hoping for a close set. Let's see how he is going to do. So yeah, if we talk about who's eliminated so far, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 players eliminated so far, so you're down to 24 players. Okay, SiZe first army. Get the scoreboard. SiZe will play Laser. Round number 1. SiZe against RaDaR. Laser against Tox. Opening map is Oxygen 1 as always. Okay, jumping straight into this then. Down in the south position, USA Laser in the orange. This is Big SiZe. Up in the north position with the green, GLA Tox. This is RaDaR. Now, you may have heard or seen RaDaR play a few times before, because whenever I play my Discord games and I play with the guys over on the voice chat, you sometimes hear RaDaR join and play. I believe he's from Denmark as well. So they're both from Denmark, I think. Might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that is the case. So yeah, up at the top, you got the green tox. Is he going to find the drone? It is pretty close. I wonder if that's going to find it. I have a feeling it will find the drone. It is something that you want to find initially there in the beginning. You do want to find the drone because SiZe can see everything that's coming. Speaking of SiZe, we've got him going pretty passively. Does not want to get those hunted, so he's keeping his CC. He has gone for War Factory, Barracks, 2 supplies, and he's collecting from these alternate crates. He sent a dozer over to the right-hand side. But he's not going to get the tunnel. RaDaR does finish the tunnel. Yeah, I think big SiZes come just straight from work and straight into these games. So might be caught a little bit cold here, which might work in RaDaR's favor. He comes in with a TNT, tries to hit a V, but does not get it. He has not hit anything so far. Is he going to go for this War Factory, or is he going to go for the power and try to get a V? It only had 1 TNT remaining, so straight away that first attack there from RaDaR. Not that great. Yeah, not hitting the first V and also not killing the power. Lost a worker in there and a couple of RPGs too. So not a great first attack there from RaDaR. You do generally want to be doing at least some damage with every technical you're sending in. You want to be either killing a building, whether it be the power just to slow him down, or ideally a supply or a War Factory picking up a V. You want to be doing something. You don't want to just achieve nothing with the first few units. SiZe needs to be careful here because the RPGs are getting in range again. V going to escape by the looks of things. SiZe is inside both of these buildings, so he's got a nice vision about what's going on. Yo, welcome everyone in the chat, by the way. Got a V taken out on the right. It looks like another technical is coming. That's the first bit of damage that's been done against SiZe. And there's also technicals coming in now, but there's also 5 missile defenders here against 3 technicals. Yo, Big Al in the chat. Yo, ABC Studio. Yo, Nickname Minimax. Everyone, welcome in the chat. Yeah, last night's stream chat was pretty funny. For anyone who didn't see it, we had a guy called Ibrahim in the chat, and he was basically a player called Electric in all capital letters. He said he uninstalled the game in 2018, but after the stream ended, I went back in my Gentool folder and typed in Electric and saw any games where Electric was involved in, and I found games with him in 2021. So he's a liar. He did not uninstall in 2018. He was playing at least in 2021. And that's just the game that I know about. So if you're lying on one thing, you can imagine he's lying on other things as well. How he said $1,000 doesn't mean very much to him, and it's not big money. Funny stuff. Okay, so big SiZe building up the V's, but there's quite a lot of technicals out, and the USA GLA is known amongst players to be one of SiZe's weaker matchups. I think there's a lot that SiZe is a beast in, but USA GLA, it might be why RaDaR has chosen this. Still has to be careful with these technicals though, because this still could be a major problem if he gets himself sandwiched. The V's come in, dishing out loads of damage, and a laser tank as well. Technicals coming in once again. Now they're on the run. Strategy center being built down at the bottom right. I don't think actually that SiZe has employed the best strategy here. I think against top level players, they would be taking over the whole map and getting them to a palace and then just picking sides apart here. I don't know if the most optimal strat for the laser, or at least half of the time, is to be dropping the oils. Building a barracks, a couple of missile defenders. Firebase, get the oils. Don't know if that is the case or not. There's a bit of a game freeze there. I hope we don't get a disconnect. SiZe moving in on this left position. Tunnel's getting picked off. Bunch of technicals now coming in for RaDaR. Laserlock comes in. I think in the grand scheme of things, RaDaR is actually doing pretty decent. He is doing good. He's held SiZe back there with this bunker and these tunnels. There's quite a lot of technicals just roaming around. He's going to pick off that fire base, that is for sure. And he's going to probably pick off 2 dozers. Probably going to get himself some grenade techs and or a super tech. Let's see. I think it would have been worthwhile him getting a super tech there. Has he got a super tech anyway? Because now we can finish the strat. He has got a super tech. So SiZe is in a little bit of trouble, but SiZe is pushing out with a large number of Vs, but the search and destroy is about to be taken offline. SiZe is gaining ground in the middle, so he could bring a dozer, could start expanding. Is going to push deep into the base. There's a TNT coming in. Is it going to be a Boyka level TNT? It looks like no. That palace needs to be occupied ASAP. Buggies standing by with it, and a Jean Michel out. That's what's going to beat this army. Plus, the technicals coming in from the back could be devastating for SiZe's army. SiZe is a bit stuck now. Where is he going to go? He's going to head over to the right-hand side. Technicals are coming in. 1v does get picked off. The buggies are here. Buggy's going a little bit too close to the Vs. Technicals coming in once again. Picks off the ambulance. Also picking off another V. But RaDaR wants to save that oil. It should be repaired, really. But that oil has gone down a little bit too easily. I would like to see more workers there from RaDaR and also a faster expansion over here. Would like to see that. You just use a couple of RPGs to fight that tower. It probably will break it. Or you can bring a technical with a rebel. A couple of quads, something like that. RaDaR does have the oils over on the right hand side. Speaking of oils, though, A10 comes through and kills one of them. SiZe is expanding to the middle. He's floating 3k, so he's spending his money. Needs to collect the 2 Chinooks on the back there, but he might be trying to play it more efficiently. Like when this runs out, you'll put 1 extra there on the back. Yeah, would like to see a market get himself the buggy ammo upgrade. Lots of technicals and buggies coming in. Actually, only 2 technicals. Mainly, this is buggies. SiZe just being a bit of a nuisance there with that 1v over on the right-hand side. There is a bit of a lag issue at times. But yeah,
Holy crap,
I've played.
We got a big donation. Now let's buy them new shoes.
Yo, John, thank you very much, man. A nice £5 donation. Appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Keep up the great work, Donald. Cheers.
Cheers, John. Appreciate it. Yeah, I've played against SiZe Tox v any of you, or GLA versus USA before. And even though you get a decent amount of buggies out, SiZe is very good at, like, yeah, he can make an airfield with Raptors to pick off your buggies or Colonel Burton. It's still pretty tough, and this is quite a fragile army. You make one mistake and you can't lose all these buggies very quick. You've seen even one missile defender there is picking off units. It's causing RaDaR a bit of a problem. He's lost, like, what, 3 buggies now? Maybe 4 or 5. It's quite a hard little fight up on this tower as well. I think RaDaR could do with a couple of quads. There's also a free dozer there to use a Jean Michel. SiZe has expanded over on the left-hand side, though. We do have a sneaky tunnel that's gone through. Don't know if SiZe has seen that or not. But SiZe still has a really decent amount of cash, so even if he ends up trading against these buggies, like losing some Vs as he goes in, I don't think losing too much cash is too much of a problem, or losing a bit of cash is too much problem, because it really has a decent economy. Yeah, Comanche moving over to the right, but there is a tunnel going up. Looks like it is going to get finished. SiZe has now seen it, sending his Vs over there. Or has he seen it? I think he might have seen it. But SiZe is straight there with the Vs. Yeah, that tunnel is just being a bit of a distraction, really. It's not really getting any damage done. It has weakened this V and been a bit of a distraction, and that's now allowing RaDaR to come in on the right-hand side. Yeah, still would like to see a Jean Michel. I don't think we've seen one.
Search and destroy.
Search and destroy applied again for big size. Buggies are absolutely wrecking these laser tanks. RaDaR is building a CC, and he is level 3. I think he's doing pretty good. Just SiZe's economy is still giant, with the supplies he's collecting on the left and in the middle. Plus, he's still collecting on his main with like 25 Chinooks. Yeah, Jean Michel might get less done now that there's Pathfinders out, but it still would be useful. You can steal a dozer here in the middle. There is a Colonel Burton. There are artillery platforms as well. SiZe pushing on the left-hand side now with his Vs. Laser logs are going to come in on these quads, but the buggies are still picking off these missile defenders. Looks like RaDaR is maybe not getting the bounty money. SiZe wasting a couple of Vs here. I know he's actually sacrificed them to kill the quads for the greater good, which is to allow the commies to come in and pick off the buggies. But the Comanches just immediately go low just to a couple of quads. Particle cannon is now in play for SiZe. Will that be a mistake for SiZe? Because currently he needs more units. I don't even know if I'd be making Comanches at SiZe. I think Vanilla Raptors might be a better idea to pick off the buggies. SiZe focusing now on the right-hand side. Yeah, he's still collecting a fair amount left and in the middle. He's building a drop zone. Big pop here from RaDaR. Comanches go down. Ambulance gets picked off. Yeah, the bounty money is coming in now. It was late, though, wasn't it? Because he already had a CC. But I don't think he'd clicked on his bounty money. SiZe still making missile defenders. V's coming back into the middle. Yeah, this is quite a deadly army for the laser to deal with. SiZe also being harassed now on his main. SiZe making another war factory. This missile defenders just getting picked off left, right, and center, which is giving more and more money for RaDaR. RaDaR's slowly building up the markets. CC is now being focused. I think these Chinooks are the primary target. War factory actually being targeted first. There's some missile defenders coming in from the right side here. There's no AP bullets in for RaDaR. This right side oil has now been cleared. Laser tank gets cleared. SiZe is biding his time. How is he going to deal with this? I think he's thinking about coming in with these Vs, but he doesn't want to lose them, because if he loses them, he doesn't really have an army out. Lots of commies coming in. They're picking off the buggies, suiciding themselves, but that's a very costly investment there for SiZe. That's probably why I'd be using the Vanilla Raptors, because them commies are giving these all veterancy. How much they cost for laser? Like 1,500, 1,600? Or more. I can't remember. Expensive either way. V's come in and clear this, but another V did go down in the process. Problem for SiZe is that tunnel's going to finish soon. Expect the gunship comes through, is going to hit a market. SiZe just has to hold, really, because that particle cannon will probably kill all three of those markets, or you could hit all three of the production. Big pop here for RaDaR. RaDaR probably has to knock SiZe offline, maybe even win the game with this push and with this tunnel, because otherwise The support powers plus that particle cannon are going to wreck RaDaR. So RaDaR in a bit of pressure here, I think. Especially with SiZe owning the middle at the minute. Leaflet obviously disabled part of the army, and the commies are now coming in. Yeah, SiZe putting on a bit of a show, isn't he? Mixing the units. Nice to see, I suppose. Yeah, I still think the pressure is on RaDaR. SiZe floating over 10k now. More and more markets going up for RaDaR. But I do think that might be a mistake. One of those should probably be a Scud Storm. Because if you make a Scud Storm, the particle and all the support powers have to be on that. And that absorbs all the damage. Otherwise, if you lose 3 markets, that's 7.5k, which is quite an easy kill for the particle. And then just reload. That Scud Storm is only 5k, and there's a chance that SiZe might mess it up and not kill it. So yeah, just making the markets, even though they're a little bit spread, they can still be quite easily killed by the particle. So yeah, I think major SiZe advantage at the minute. Unless RaDaR did an epic Anthrax and sneak, that could win the game. But he has not finished the CC as far as I can see. Particle is going to fire in a sec. Okay, Particle decides to go for the Palace. Little bit of hesitation there for SiZe. Okay, Palace, Arms Dealer, and is that going to get 1 market? Yeah, okay, quite a nice hit that, quite a juicy hit. V's for SiZe coming in again. SiZe is inside of this tower. He has Colonel Burton just chilling over on the right side as well. RaDaR, is he making a palace? Yeah, he is. He's making a new palace. Yeah, a few drop zones out for SiZe. Plus this single particle cannon. But RaDaR has been reduced just this kind of forward-ish position, and then everything else is just inside of his base still. Yeah, pop here from RaDaR once again. Almost grabs a buggy, but not quite. Loads of commies from SiZe over on the right side. Yeah, you might even have to start thinking about stingers. I probably think it's already lost for RaDaR. The only way I can think of him winning is with an epic Anthrax bomb and sneak attack all at the same time, and just hope that SiZe doesn't have the support powers to clear it. I think this is looking real bad for RaDaR. SiZe now clearing the base, and with everything he clears here, he's getting more and more veterancy on the commies, which makes them harder and harder to kill. Yeah, when they haven't got the veterancy, that's when they're easier to kill. But when they start getting vet 3, that's when they could become more difficult. And he's having to make so many quads when mainly he's against the Vs. Wants to be making buggies. So you have to make pretty much a 50% mix. But when there's that many commies, maybe even like 60-40 in terms of quads being the 60. Okay, SiZe now pushing in on the left-hand side. Yeah, I really can't see a way RaDaR's going to win now. It's looking more and more grim. Colonel Burton is picking off the buildings. RaDaR didn't get his refinery. It's a Pathfinder. Moving... Don't know where he's going, actually. He's going to go and try and kill the worker building... repairing the palace. I think that's what he was going for, but RaDaR's now going to find it. Double A tank coming in for SiZe. I reckon that's going to be on the palace. Nope. Could have been a market at the back. Was that the best target? Probably. Yeah, killing one market probably was the best target, actually. Because RaDaR has spread them out. But yeah, making these markets now is honestly the wrong decision. But like, if you cancel both of them, it should be a Scud Storm. I mean, it's lost anyway. But the problem is, if you just make markets, they probably don't even pay for themselves and then they get particled. So you have to do something about the particle, and the answer to it is Scud Storms. Scud Storms are way more devastating for the US. So as soon as you see a Scud Storm and you're playing USA, you immediately panic. You've got to like focus on that. Like, then becomes the black market's the second priority then. So yeah, you got to be thinking on that level. Yeah, RaDaR is just getting picked off now. He's sending workers on the right-hand side. He's still hanging in there. I mean, he does have Anthrax Bomb and Sneak. He does have the scan ability too. So if he can just hold his base, then he could do some beautiful sneak like way back here or something. And then even if his SiZe has got Moab, which he does like to get, by the way, Moab. He just likes to show off with the old Moab. And he has got loads of cash, so he probably has got it. Because if you did a sneak there, even if SiZe Moabs it, you're guaranteed to kill the strat. You could even do it there, and it like, just imagine, like, kills the power, the drop zones and stuff. I think one way RaDaR could have won this as well. It's looking not likely he's going to win it now. There you go. Told you, didn't I? I know how SiZe plays, man. He's always doing the same. Look at this Moab. He's going to come and clear those tunnels. That RPG went to space extremely fast. You see, I'm just calling everything, man. I just got a spidey sense. Literally know everything that's going to happen.
You have been defeated.
Moab, sneak attack in pretty much one of the exact spots I said. 1-0 for SiZe. Yeah, it was looking really good for RaDaR at times. But I think RaDaR, one massive problem, he didn't grab the dozer in the middle. He didn't really deal with the middle at all. He sent like buggies to the middle, but he was like losing them to like 1 MD. It was a difficult fight. I give him that. Like, you're fighting uphill against fire bases and stuff. But he could have stole a dozer from the middle. That might have won him the game alone, to be honest. Too many markets against the particle cannon was a mistake. And yeah, a faster expansion. The Tox should really be the one in the middle. He also could have expanded over on the left-hand side to SiZe's side too. But it was still a really good attempt. Still decent match. 25 minutes, that was. Okay, 1-0 for SiZe. He will now play the Tox. Remember to hit like on the stream if you're enjoying this tournament so far, and if you're enjoying this set. Yeah. F in the chat for RaDaR's attempt there. He did give it a really good shot. When these continued like buggy attacks on the right with the quads were looking pretty deadly, but in the end SiZe was just able to expand, get too much money, and even though those attacks were good, just weren't good enough. I also think RaDaR was slow with his cash bounty, wasn't he? I think he was. Okay, so up in the north position with the Agility Tox in the orange, this is a big SiZe. Down in the south position with the pink, this is the USA Laser. This is RaDaR. Pigeon in the chat says, just finished setting up my new surround system, and the first thing I'm watching is Dominator and Zero. Okay. Sounds very good. Maybe you can listen to this on your sound system.
Just get worker shoes. It's an automatic win.
How does that sound on your sound system? On the right hand side, we've got a drop there from RaDaR. He is going for a firebase and an oil cap. Yeah, I did say I think this was the most optimal strat before, but the most optimal strat, I think, is what we saw some other player do. I can't remember which set it was. which is two supplies. Not skip this war factory and just make 2 supplies in your base. I don't really like 1 supply, even if you are going for oils. I mean, maybe he gets 2 oils here and he's able to expand to a second real quick. I suppose if you stop... oh my god! Is he able to protect that? Is he able to protect it? No. So you see, this is a little bit of a disaster now. You've opened 1 supply and you've got 1 oil. At least if you go 2 supplies, if that fails, you're then on 2 supplies, 1 oil. Then you can drop down a later war factory. I mean, it still might work out. He's going for quite a fast second supply. I mean, if that's the last dozer and SiZe has got anything in there, is he not going for it? Oh, he's being nice. SiZe is being nice there. He could have hunted him. Let's face it, he could have hunted him there. Unless SiZe wasn't confident with the speed of his TNT ability. Yeah, quite nice value out of those technicals. You see, when I said before, all of the technicals that are coming in for the GLA need to be doing some damage. When you think about every one of SiZe's attacks so far, the TNT over there killed a firebase, a dozer, and the ranger capturing. The second one that came in hit the barracks, and then they teamed up and killed a few missile defenders as well. The V almost went down. So you see, every attack so far did something. Apart from that one, that was a bit of a waste, to be fair. Yeah, this map is called Oxygen 1. It's actually created by a guy called Adrian, but this was totally my design. Oxygen basically sponsored it. He gave me a fund and we paid Adrian to create it. But if you just look at the textures and the detail and stuff, even the things in the side of the mountains and stuff, Adrian is clearly really talented and has lots of attention to detail. Yeah, you see, look at this fast expansion before. I literally said it in the previous game. SiZe is faster on a 3rd supply, faster on a 4th, faster on a 5th. Oh, wait, hang on a second. 1, 2. Yeah, that's 5th, 6th, 7th. He's on 7 supplies in 4 minutes 10. If you compare that to the previous game, RaDaR was on a lot less cash. More technicals coming in from the left-hand side for big SiZe. Big SiZe bringing in 2 workers, trying to establish some tunnels. This really applies the pressure to the Vs. They have to come in and deal with it. And in that case, you also might lose Vs on your way in trying to stop it. It's like a forced error, if that makes sense. Forces you into a bad position. Is that worker going to get the tunnel up? No, 96%. But SiZe behind this. Oh, he is building a palace now. It's quite a late palace, considering the amount of cash. SiZe now coming in with quads and RPGs. Through the middle... I would have thought he'd come in through the left-hand side, but I suppose he's picked off a ton of Vs there. I don't know really how he picked off that many Vs. Was there a random terrorist I didn't see there? All them Vs went down, but next the quads are coming in. Quads are here too. SiZe is just relentless, isn't he? He's an absolute animal. 10k float in the bank. GG from RaDaR. GG from SiZe. Yeah, look at the fast expansion from SiZe. It's crazy.
You have been defeated.
2-0 for big SiZe. He needs 6 to go through to the next round, where he will face Ganja if he is going through. But RaDaR still needs to get himself on the scoreboard. But maybe in the next game, let's see. It'll be his map choice and SiZe's matchup next. Okay, size matchup. Okay, radar, map, and first army. Pigeon says his sound system is broken. It sounds like I'm talking under a blanket. Am I under a blanket? No. AK is magic. Oh, it is in the list. It's the first time that AK's Magic has been picked this tournament. AKA's Magic. Okay, this should be pretty nice. Stealth tank on AKA's Magic. RaDaR has chosen this matchup. Sorry, SiZe has chosen this matchup, and RaDaR has chosen the map, and that he wants to play the tank first. Down in the bottom left, you have the China tank. This is the purple RaDaR. Up in the top right position, we have the GLA Stealth in the orange. This is Big SiZe. Why has Oil Rampage not been picked? Is that even in the list? No, it's not in the list, actually. No, Oil Rampage is not in the list. Oil Rampage is quite like a 1-1 map, which means matchups are highly likely to go 1-1 with the slightly stronger army winning. For example, like Tox v Nuke. On a wide open map, maybe you can win as any army, but on Oil Rampage, for example, the Tox will always win. Or Tox will win against most stuff, actually, including the USAs. So, yeah, Oil Rampage is a bit of a 1-1 matchup. Like, tends to be the stronger army wins. So it goes 1-1 in the scoreline. Okay, Big SiZe has gone for 3 supplies. He's now making a couple of rebels. Tunnel now going up inside of the base. SiZe building a couple of tunnels here, really. He wants to pressure this position, it seems. And SiZe also sending a worker down to the bottom right as well. There's a technical coming in. Get straight out across the map. He's going to find a worker here, but he's also going to find this tunnel here. He's not expecting that, I don't think. And he's not stopped that worker. So that's a bad opener there for RaDaR. Technical around the back, annoying the trucks. Yeah, that wasn't the greatest gat in the world. This is kind of good, though. Harassing the workers. Yeah, SiZe just picking off random trucks. I don't know if he has the capture upgrade or not. SiZe lost a lot of workers. Lost about 5 there and about 5 there. That's 10 workers. Just from that one gat is pretty nice for RaDaR. SiZe wastes a technical there. Not sure what that's about. Yeah, SiZe controlling the corners. It's got loads of tunnels down here in the bottom right now. 1, 2, 3, 4 tunnels in total on the bottom right. Still no oil capture from SiZe. I think he made the rebels, but didn't get the capture upgrade until just round about now. RaDaR going around slowly clearing these tunnels now with a flamer. Yeah, flamer is your best friend against these tunnels. Got to be careful of hijackers as well, though, because there's no stealth detection currently. These dozers are exposed as well to hijackers. Quite a nice pop there from SiZe. Probably a bit of a bad formation there from RaDaR because he's going in single file, sending the gats first. They're the most susceptible to getting picked off the tunnels and quads. Wants to be your flamers up front. Just flaming down some of his own gats there. He is playing without RaDaR, and it is quite like a map where you can easily get lost. But yeah, a few wastes here. RaDaR is getting picked off. Yeah, your map awareness without RaDaR, no pun intended, has to be good. If you're going to sell your CC, play without the RaDaR, and then you send in units like over here and over here. So you've got to take that mini-map away, and you've got to be scrolling around like this. You've got the fog of war. Yeah, nice pop so far from SiZe. His palace is coming along nicely. One oil is captured for RaDaR. SiZe with plenty of tunnels all around. I don't think... it's not looking too good for the tank, I don't think. It's just a massive line of tunnels everywhere. SiZe now grabbing all of his RPGs. He wants to go and get a battle bus army going, probably. Yeah, but again, he's sending the stuff forward that you don't want to be sending at the front. You want to be sending the flamers at the front. Just flaming down some of his own stuff here. It's a lot of on-army wasted there. GG from RaDaR. I think, yeah, it's a very big map, and if you send in units everywhere, pumping from 2 war factories, you have to be very good on your map awareness. So yeah, SiZe did very good getting tunnels everywhere, but RaDaR lost too many units. Even from that first gat, didn't stop that worker, did it? But yeah, nice try, but SiZe looking very, very strong so far. Okay, stealth tank, the reverse. Okay, up at the top right now with the green. He's changing color every match. I think he's just taking a random color. This is the green jelly stealth. This is RaDaR. Down in the bottom left, we have the orange China tank. This is Big SiZe. Big SiZe actually sending a dozer forward. Is he gonna do a forward war factory? I do like a random aggressive strat. It's going to be pretty cool. I think he's probably feeling confident now, Big SiZe, after going 3-0 up. This dozer is... It does get it perfectly, and then straight away builds a war factory. The problem is, this isn't really necessary as the tank, because this can now be shut down quite easily by the stealth. Like, just making a couple of terrorists and just parking them outside of the entrance, or even making a hijacker, and this can be shut down. I don't believe it's totally necessary from SiZe, but like I say, I think he's feeling confident. Don't think he cares too much that it's not necessary. But that war factory probably is not going to achieve a lot. RaDaR. Oh, he's not paying attention too much. He could have killed that flamer. He could have killed it. SiZe has somehow still got that flamer alive. War factory is dead. War factory now being rebuilt in the base. I think SiZe was kind of hoping that there'd be no worker here in the middle. I think he was hoping they'd go to the extremes of the map. Yeah, the problem is for SiZe now, he has no units out because this technical is now in the base. TNT, you could have parked that outside the war factory. It probably would have had more impact, I think. Because then that gat wouldn't have been able to come out. I mean, he has harassed. The terrorist has still done some good work there. But SiZe... Oh, there's terrorists streaming across the map still. SiZe building a Gatling cannon down in the bottom right. Yeah, SiZe is probably going to stabilize now and then try and push out when he's got a decent army. TNT being loaded up. Yeah, I think this is a mistake here from RaDaR, isn't it? Or is he... plan to kill this oil? Yeah, that Gatling cannon's going to provide a nice bit of defense there. Gatling cannons are... Ooh. Gatling cannons are really good against stealth because they wreck quads and they wreck technicals. You have to come in with an army of like 5 or 6 quads to take out a Gatling cannon. Yeah, TNT on Gats is a new one. SiZe has the capture upgrade. He is going to get the oils down in the bottom right. RaDaR taken away. Oh no, how isn't that dead? The terrorist there should have killed it. It's 5 supplies for RaDaR. This map, though, is known. You get a big cash boost in the beginning, but then these crates do very quickly dry up. And when they do, it leads to very weird and unique games that you only really see on this map. You get suddenly becomes like a no money map, from having a big boost to a no money map. TNT round the back from RaDaR goes for one of the oils. Yeah, I suppose it's quite a big error that RaDaR didn't kill that because he had 2 terrorists there, which is overkill for that weak oil. He just needed 1 to kill that, so it's a shame that's not dead because then SiZe would have just had 1 oil in total and RaDaR would have 2 supplies, which is way more than just having 1 oil. But SiZe currently has 2 oils plus the 3 supplies in his base. It's kind of nice for the tank. TNT on the second oil in the corner. So RaDaR really just has to camp it out now. He's on 5 supplies for now. Needs to get a few battle busters out. Needs to get a few tunnels. But you remember, like, SiZe had, like, tunnels on this kind of line? Oh, SiZe could also just grab these oils because RaDaR hasn't gone for him. So that's another point of contention now that RaDaR needs to think about. Stopping these oils going in the hands of SiZe. Yeah, because when you do a narrow choke point like this, some flamers come in and start doing a flame wall, and then you're a little bit stuck about where you can take the fight. If you take the fight in a wider open spot, you've got a few more options. Yeah, currently RaDaR's base is on fire, at least at the front. The palace is going to be loaded. You need a worker there at the back, and it needs to be stealth and fortified structure. But I think that's a few too many flamers. RaDaR is going to lose his main base. He is floating 9k. But I think once you lose that palace, it becomes very, very difficult. Oh, that did get killed as well. Battle Bust is out, but the problem is SiZe is already one step ahead. He's got the MiGs. That Battle Bust is about to get deleted very, very quickly, especially with a little bit of damage from the Flamer. Battle Bust goes down, big expensive unit, and there's going to be no more Battle Busters because the Palace is dead. He's making a second arms dealer up in the top left. Yeah, without them two oils and without the remaining supplies in his base, I don't think RaDaR can win now. Because SiZe is going to be on too much cash. There's two oils. I suppose he has dried up in his base. But look at this giant artillery now coming out across the map. Yeah, it's these two oils. If he gets any units there or buildings there and just defends them oils now, he's got secondary economy going into the later game. The tank has. Very beautiful artillery. SiZe coming in with several flamers. There are quads out now, but quads generally don't really do that good against mass flamers. Could be a gifted dozer here. Was that a hijacker or was that a worker or something? Yeah, big army of flamers coming on the left-hand side. SiZe is so experienced in this matchup. And that's probably why he chose it. He likes the flamer spam. And that palace is in danger again. There's a Vetsu flamer right next to it with no defense. So that flamer can just park in the back. Who remembers when this map first came out and there was a bug around this area? There was like a random nuke. So if you ever like caused some splash damage in this area, like you flame walled it or carpeted it and that area took some damage, a random nuke went off and just detonated. There was an Excal against Marikar game, wasn't there? Where Excal came in with a carpet bomb and it caused the nuke, I think. Or was it the other way around? I don't know. Yeah, Flamers continue their damage. RaDaR is really trying to hold on, but SiZe is looking a little bit too overpowered. There's no Jean Miguel out and there's an Emperor. That's always a bad day for stealth. Could hijack it and you could use that Emperor in your favor to win the game, but I don't know if a hijack is going to get there because it's got a Gatling cannon on top. You'd have to come from behind. EMP disables everything. Flamer, Emperor, army of trucks straight through the middle. SiZe is running out of cash. There's no doubt about that. But he is collecting the middle now. GG from RaDaR. Yeah, it was a nice attempt. It was a nice attempt, but I think the oils maybe for the stealth are required. He just ignored the oils, didn't he, in his base? 4-0 for Big SiZe. Okay, matchup for RaDaR. Okay, nuke demo, size pick, map, and first army. I think SiZe is generally very good with nuke demo, so I'm not sure about that pick. SiZe wants Mountain Mayhem. Yeah, he wants to play the nuke first. I think the nuke is more OP here. Okay, RaDaR will play the demo. SiZe with the nuke. Game number 5. Can RaDaR pull an epic comeback here? Let's see. Was it the first game that was his best game so far? You know, when he played with the Tox, I thought he was actually doing very well in that 25-minute game. I think he almost got that one. Down at the bottom right, the China nuke for the orange. This is Big SiZe. Up at the top left, we have the purple GLA Demolition. This is RaDaR. Okay, SiZe going for 3 supplies, 1 war factory, pretty common build nowadays. Several tunnels, 3 supplies for RaDaR. Why don't we see air matchups? Nobody's picked air mirror yet. Air mirror is one on the list, and we also didn't see air v stealth get picked. Some people just like to play other stuff, to be honest. I do like to personally play the Chinas versus GLAs myself. I think they can be won both ways. Maybe people feel air v stealth, air just a little bit too overpowered. Do we have another one? We might have like air inf. I can't remember. Okay, truck rush. I think it's probably worthwhile, to be honest. Killed the demo trap, killed a couple of workers, probably about even. Also provides a bit of a scout, you know, where the first tunnels are. Actually, he's denied that tunnel, yeah, so it's definitely worthwhile. RPGs here from RaDaR. Go straight inside of the building and start force firing the oil. SR Mad is playing later on. He's in the chat. Shout out to SR Mad. He's going to be playing Lift Truck a little bit later. Should be starting in 1 hour from now, providing we get through this set of SiZe and RaDaR. First technical there has not achieved a lot. It's killed 1 Battle Master. Might kill the second. GG from RaDaR. That was the quickest game so far. But yeah, I do think it's pretty tough playing SiZe as nuke, to be honest. You have to you have to do something pretty special. That's what I said. I probably would not pick that against SiZe. I probably would pick someone else. Unless you're going to go for some very fast aggression and get his dozer. You can do a fast, ultra fast TNT. TNT his War Factory and then hunt both dozers. Like we've seen Excal invent that strategy. That could work. Okay, RaDaR will now play the nuke. He needs to win every game from this point or he is out of the tournament. It is a difficult round number 1, to be fair. Having big size in round number 1 is not easy for anyone. Down in the bottom right, we've got the China nuke for the Cyan. This is RaDaR. Up in the north position with the Gillet Demolition in the orange. This is a big size. Yeah, let's see how SiZe is going to play this differently. You do have a 1k crate in your base on this map, so you start with 11k. SiZe does usually like to do tunnels in this position and grab the oils. Three supplies is the build order of choice there from Big Size. He's got a tunnel by his oil. He's got a few terrorists coming out first. He's cancelled the tunnel there, made a demo trap instead. Save a bit of cash. I think he's going to go for upgrading his arms dealer a little bit quicker. RaDaR went for the same build order that SiZe went for in the previous game. That terrorist should not do any damage against the truck. Yeah, there you go. It's weird that demo terrorists do less damage when they hit mines than like other GLAs. It's very strange stuff. They can also get crushed without causing additional damage. That's a nice first Battle Master, getting rid of the RPGs. Nice mines. Stopping that first worker. Even if the Battle Master went down, I still kind of like that, stopping those initial units. First technical from SiZe. He's not going for quick oils, which is something I did expect, actually, from SiZe. The way RaDaR is going to win here is if he gets a Battle Master in that supply line there, wrecks all of them workers, combined with SiZe not going for fast oils, that is the way. That's the way to win. A Battle Master needs to come straight through the middle and head straight to that position and kill all of them workers. And maybe here, if you can get him in. SiZe is trying to get himself up to a super tech, though. Clearly. He might get it here. Oh, that's a messed up demo bike. Real messed up. Just keep running away from that, and he should be able to kill it. Yeah. SiZe is really trying to get himself up to a super tech. That's for sure. Yeah, Battle Master is getting in the back, but there's a few demo bikes, RPGs. Technical on the right side. Yeah, Battle Master is going to get in. Is a little bit late getting in, but still, regardless, he's going to get in. He's going to probably delay the palace as well. Yeah, there's a ton of workers there. Problem is, what's SiZe doing with his technical? Is he going to come in and get a super tech kill the dozer? He's going to stop the prop. Is there anything still in it? No. Oh my god, he's messed it up. What's happened? I think he went greedy, you know. I think he actually targeted the barracks. Regardless, gets himself a super tech. Battle Master clears it, though. That's actually okay for RaDaR because he's killed all of them workers and killed all of them workers and not got hunted, and SiZe failed with the prop. That's looking like a winning position for RaDaR. If RaDaR loses now, he has thrown the game. That is looking amazing for RaDaR. All of the workers wiped. SiZe is without much cash. I think he should have gone fast oils, to be honest. And that hit on the prop was a really big failure. I'm confused how... Oh, no, that was it the other game? Yeah, the other game where RaDaR occupied that. I was wondering how that oil was back alive. Yeah, SiZe has lost this one. He has lost. Yeah, Nuke is very, very strong in this matchup. RaDaR might get himself a little boost of confidence from this match. Is he going to do an epic comeback? Is very possible. SiZe has migrated base up into the top right. He has a new arms dealer, but an absolute ton of battle masters are coming in. Hang on a minute. Did he get hunted? He did get hunted. Wow, okay. What the hell happened to that other dozer? Oh, I missed that. Doesn't make too much of a difference, though. Yeah, well, I'm confused, man. I thought there was a second dozer. I need to probably check the replay on that. But yeah, it is only Battle Masters, but if I was RaDaR, what's wrong with making a couple of Overlords now? Because SiZe hasn't got a palace. Overlords would be wrecking absolutely everything. There's a demo trap here. It's going to go off. But there is more and more Battle Masters coming in. There's a demo bike. Another demo bike. Nickname in the chat said it seemed like 2 terrorists on the propaganda. Yeah, but it's 2 demo terrorists. I'm pretty sure that kills a prop. So I'm not sure what happened to the second one. We'll have to check the replay on that as well, actually. Because I am a little bit confused about what happened to the second dozer and what happened with that TNT. Yeah, absolute ton of Battle Masters coming in now. Does he have... Oh, he doesn't have Isotope. That's a mistake then from RaDaR. If you're going to stick with the Battle Masters, at least get the Isotope upgrade. Maybe even the Nationalism upgrade. Because otherwise, if you don't get the Isotope upgrade and you've got a mass load of Battle Masters, you can get a chain reaction if you get a few low ones. Whole chain reaction can go off and you can lose every single Battle Master. So RaDaR is under a bit of time pressure here because SiZe has now got himself an oil. You don't want SiZe getting on a palace. There are a few demo traps around. You could bring in an outpost. But yeah, like I said before, why don't you just make Overlords, yeah? And get 1 Gatling cannon at least, and then you're going to detect stealth as well. That oil needs to be dealt with. SiZe says, fuck Overlords. RaDaR does look like he's going to get his first victory here, which is cool. Are we going to see an epic comeback from him, though? Because he's got a tall order. But yeah, you need a Gatling cannon one. He's very, very hesitant to go in, isn't he? He's super, super hesitant to go in. But SiZe doesn't have the palace. He doesn't have the demolitions upgrade. I think he's overly hesitant, honestly. I think you can at least be pushing with that. 100%. Yeah, this is overly hesitant now, I think, for RaDaR. Needs to be going in, pushing in. That needs to lead the way because that's the stealth detection. He has the isotope upgrade now, RaDaR. Yeah, this is a straightforward victory. I just think he's hanging around a little bit too long. SiZe has managed to get himself 1 oil. And SiZe has dropped off a worker in the bottom left. But SiZe's base now getting absolutely wrecked. But with this tunnel in the bottom left, Technical's gone down to the mines. Yeah, maybe he can start off a new base. Yeah, he's had to drop down that barracks. He's at risk of getting worker hunted. Demo trap picks off a battle master. But yeah, with the isotope, this army is next to impossible to stop. RPGs inside of that, you don't want to fight there. Just wait until the flamer gets there. SiZe should be getting the bounty money because he is level 3, but he's not placed down a CC scaffold. RaDaR just thinks, screw it, I'm just going to engage this anyway. Almost loses a Vet 3 Battlemaster, but he doesn't. He clears it. SiZe trying to hang in there. But this is looking like a very big GG. RaDaR has done it with a massive army of tanks. Here, GG, says SiZe. Doesn't want to waste any time as massive army is coming across. Yeah, well played to RaDaR. But like I said, I do think Nuke is really OP there. All he needed to do was get Battle Masters in his supply line. That's what he did. He wiped all of the workers and then won the game. It's quite hard for the demo to stop everything. I don't really know if the demo bike thing is the way to go, but... Okay, SiZe, sorry, RaDaR says be right back. Matchup. Okay, air stealth. Somebody wanted to see some air. Yeah, where is Ibrahim today? I haven't seen him in the chat. We are looking forward to receiving him. I did add him on Game Ranger yesterday on my fake account. My real account, my friends list is full, and my gold account on Game Ranger has dropped off, and it seems like you can't buy a gold account anymore. I don't know what's going on. It says like the PayPal has been suspended or something. So I don't know what's going on with the creator of Game Ranger. I wonder how easy it would be for someone to make a Game Ranger. Okay, waiting for RaDaR to come back. Let's hope he's gone for a number 1 and not a number 2. Or a number 3. Yeah, RaDaR will choose the map as well. Don't know if it's going to be Damned Scorpion. It could pick anything from the list. He wants to play stealth. Okay. Oxygen 2, maybe. Okay, RaDaR wants to play this map. I think this is kind of okay for stealth air, actually. I think it can be one as either the stealth or the air. Down in the bottom right position with the USA Air Force in the orange, this is big size. And up in the top left, the Chile stealth with the yellow, this is RaDaR. So yeah, damn Scorpion this map. For those of you who have not seen it before or not seen it in a while, need a refresher. Basically, if you remember the official maps, there's a map called Sand Serpent. Sand Serpent was made into a unofficial map called Sand Scorpion, where it was made slightly different and made better. One of the main things that made it better was having 2 supplies in your main base. Sand Serpent only had you 1, and Sand Scorpion added the 2. And then in Sand Scorpion, you also had this area to fight over, which is the 2 supplies, kind of like Sand Serpent, so kind of the same. The difference is now it's called Damned Scorpion. Obviously, I got my hands on it. We added some dams, and now you can flood that, and you can flood these villagers, kill all the civilians. You can kill like this guy, for example. Yeah, he's not really a nice guy anyway, to be honest, so it probably would be good to just flood his village. And there's a dam at the top there as well. You got several oils on this map. You got one there in the middle, one there too. One there, and one there. So 5 oils in total. Yo, welcome everyone in the chat, by the way. Adham, welcome to you. Adam, probably it is. Spell Adham. Big size. Comes in with his King Raptor. Yeah, probably I would already be killing that oil because this TNT is not going to get anything done. You should be sending that in, actually. You've already wasted too much time, I think. And yeah, it was pretty obvious that worker was going to get picked off by the Raptor. That would have been the next target there for size. TNT did kill the Ranger. I think you should be force firing down that oil now. It could come back to help you later on by a lot. SiZe is building a fire base. He's grabbed himself 1 oil there at the top. Quad's coming now straight through the middle of the map. Don't think you have to be super aggressive as a stealth here. I think you can just like get your oils, secure the sides, tunnel up the entrances. I think you can just play like that. Yeah, random little attacks like that I think are going to be quite easy for the air to hold. So those RPGs will just get cleared up now. A tunnel gets built or finished in front of this firebase. The firebase is now going to go down, but this King Raptor is going to come in and help. Bit of a pop there from RaDaR. He's got several quads. He does have the capture upgrade, so I would like to see him get some oils now. SiZe's oil at the top is going to be picked off. Strategy center is being built. Is that 3 Chinooks collecting there, or is one of them? Yeah, one of them's already on there. SiZe picking off the buildings now in the middle. Just weakening them with the King Raptor. A bit of an army of quads coming in, but there's V's ready. How loaded are they is the question. This one is quite loaded. Raptor does get picked off. SiZe going for another oil and another one in the middle. Yeah, I would like to see RaDaR pretty quickly expand into a third. I think that's what you see the top level players doing. The GLA will like get there and there very, very quickly. And put RPGs inside of these buildings. I don't necessarily know if you have to be this aggressive like, with these armies of quads. And if you do, maybe you needed a few more quads there, because once you get in here, you can kill the strat like guaranteed. 4 quads are not really guaranteed to kill that strat. By the time the defense rocks up, this will probably get stopped. Yeah, there's no palace on the way. Expansion is done for RaDaR. He has got 2 oils for himself. See, if that army was bigger and you got parked here, you could even suicide the army for the strat. I suppose a better way of taking out the strat would have been a TNT. Yeah, that's probably more the size you have to come in with. But speaking of size is pushing out with SNDVs. This is all giving XP to SiZe. Strat doesn't get picked off. Carpet bomb coming in. It's probably going to be on that tunnel, and then the V's will be able to come in and nothing will be able to pop from the tunnel. And if he does pop now, whatever pops might die. Tunnel is weakened, not dead. But this is a big problem. RaDaR's just ignoring it for now. He's going to try and pop and go for a counter attack, but his base is going to get wiped. SiZe is level 3. Spectre A10 is going to be on the way, and that's looking like GG, I think. RaDaR building a palace, expanded to the middle. Spectre gunship. Might seem a little bit overkill just for these few quads, but I think this is the only way SiZe can take any damage now is to these quads. So he basically just holds this and he's won the game. Yeah, the quads might finally take down the strat. Yeah, King Raptor goes down. Strategy dies. GG's well played, says RaDaR. Good luck in the next round. And Big SiZe will go on into round number 2, and he will face Ganja. Well played, Big SiZe. Closes that set out. 6-1 there in the end. Okay, well played. Just a recap then on the tournament and the next scheduled matches. So tomorrow was planned to have Almood against Tumpstep, but turns out I might not be able to stream that. So Tumpstep might stream on his own channel. He might do a point of view for his games. Yeah, Tumpstep versus Almood. That's scheduled for tomorrow, 18 GMT. But yeah, I'm now going to be out in London tomorrow night, so probably I won't be doing that. But later on tonight, just in 34 minutes, should be Lift Truck versus SR Mad. We're just going to do a quick lag test, and then we're going to jump over there. So I'm going to take about a 30-minute break. And then we can jump over for Lift Truck versus SR Mad. Lift Truck obviously playing very, very good lately. He's actually positive against SiZe as of the latest sets that I've seen. So, yeah, look forward to that. And in terms of the bracket, if you don't want to see the bracket, look away now. Yeah, Ganja against SiZe in round number 2. Shout out to Nickname for updating this so fast. And yeah, Logica, if he progresses, remember we're going to see him against Fargo. That's going to be amazing if that happens. Kiltol as well, if he manages to take down Logica. But Boyka Marikar, you've got some real spicy matchups going on, potentially in the future. So GG's, well played. Shout out to SiZe, progresses through to the next round. I'm going to end it there. And yeah, make sure you jump over in 33 minutes for Lift Truck against SR Mad, because that's going to be hopefully pretty good as well. So GG, and I'll see you over there in 30 minutes.